This is Mirjam, and this is going to be a 20 to 30 minute postnatal flow. So, this is my third pregnancy. I have two little kids already at home, and I know many people work out every day. I know many people do yoga every day, but if you're having babies or small kids at home, it's likely you don't have that luxury. So, if you make it just for 20, 30 minutes once in a while, it is totally worthwhile. It's really important that you take time for yourself to nurture yourself. This class is not about the baby at all. This class is just for you. So take a moment to center yourself. You can sit however you're comfortable, but make sure your spine can be straight. You can close your eyes if you want to. This body is doing a lot of work or did a lot of work. But now is the time to just feel it and just experience it for your own sake. You can place your hands on your rib cage just below your bra line. And just feel how the rib cage is expanding as you inhale and softening as you exhale. Okay, and open your eyes, release, and let's start in downward facing dog. You can take a moment to bend the knee and stretch a leg. Do the other side, or maybe you even want to swing your hips a little bit. Everything is fine. Until you come to your first real down dog. Shake your head a little bit so your neck can loosen. And just tune in to your breath, Ujjayi, in and out through the nose. Good. And then walk forward into Uttanasana. Allow your head to be heavy. Inhale, stand all the way up. Inhale, arms up. With your right hand, hold the left wrist and stretch over to the right. Inhale, back up. Go to the other side. Inhale up. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Step back into down dog. And as this might still be new after giving birth, we'll not go to straight chaturanga, but place the knees down. Plank with knees down, lower down to the belly and lie down. So take your hands slightly wider, maybe even a bit wider than the mat, and then lengthen your shoulders up towards your ears, up to the ceiling, and then lift up for your cobra. So now, if you feel it's a big stretch in your belly, you just don't go up that high. If your belly is fine, you can go up a little bit higher. Turn the right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. And switch. Back to center and lower. Come back up onto hands and knees. Sit down. Take the left knee down and the right foot over. So I'm going to change sides so just that you see it more correctly. Left knee forward, right foot over. Take your left arm up, hook it over, and take your right hand behind you. So now you want to have the right foot, firmly rooted onto the floor. Now into that, lengthen your spine, and then you root the left elbow against the right leg and twist. As you twist, gently hug your belly towards your spine. Come back to center, and then go to the other side. So take the right arm to the inside of the right leg, left hand back, inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist to the other side. So you'll feel the twisting in those thick muscles in your upper back, and it's going to be great for you, especially if you're carrying a lot. Come back to center, and untangle and switch. If it's too much to have the foot over the leg, you can always bring it to the inside of the knee. Take your right arm up, hook it over. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen again, and then maybe you go a little bit further. As you're here, just lightly hug your belly towards your spine to get some core engagement. Come back to center and turn to the other way. Left arm to the inside of your left leg, right hand back, lengthen and twist. Come back to center. Untangle the legs. Cross your feet, come back forward and into down dog. Step your right foot forward, left knee down. Now you take your left hand just next to your right foot flat, and then lift your right arm up for an easy twist. Stretch the legs apart. Again, lightly hug your belly towards your spine and open your chest. Bring both hands down. Walk over to the side so the hands come off the mat. And then lift your back knee up and bring the left heel down. So the back leg is straight and the front leg is still bent. So the right leg didn't change at all. Now walk your hands down more to the middle. Palms are flat, so your legs are spreading apart and your upper body is actually doing downward facing dog shape. Come back to your foot. Bring the back knee down. Step the right foot back. And switch side. Left foot forward. Right hand next to the left foot. Lift your left arm up. You can reach the legs apart, but again, support your spine by hugging the belly and lift your chest. Then lower your left hand down. Walk over to the side. Lift your back leg up and bring the right heel down. You can even walk your hands a bit further towards between the legs. Bring the palms flat onto the floor. Reach the legs apart and stretch your arms straight like a down dog shape, upper body shape. Gently walk your hands back towards your foot. Step back, down dog. Step to the top, Uttanasana. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, release. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Down dog. Bring your knees down, come into plank. Chaturanga. Mini cobra, down dog. Step to the top. Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, release. Let's do one more. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Downward facing dog pose. Come forward, bring the knees down. Chaturanga. Low cobra. Down dog. Step to the top. Inhale all the way up, arms overhead. And exhale, release. Come to the center of your mat and take a wide-legged stance. Prasarita. So you engage the legs, lift the muscles up, lift the kneecaps up. Inhale here and exhale, fold in between the legs. So as you're bowing forward, make sure you're not leaning into the heels, but you're distributing the weight of your body evenly on the soles of your feet. Now you can walk your hands back and stay here, or you can take your hands onto your ankles, lift the sitting bones up, inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, fold. Head is heavy, neck is relaxed. Inhale, come up halfway. Turn your left toes in, right toes out, and come up into your first warrior two. Feeling your power, your strength by pushing the legs down. Turn the belly more to the left. But your eyes, they stay engaged with your right hand. Inhale, make the right leg straight. Release your hands, turn, and bend the left knee. Inhale, straighten the left leg. Turn in. This time, turn the right toes out and lift the back heel up. So the left toes face the same direction as the right. Back heel is up, and then bend your right knee. You can hook your thumbs and stretch your arms up. Then bring your palms to touch and bring them to the front of your chest. Now you can bring your left foot, hop it in halfway, shift the weight into your right foot, keep the right knee bent, and lift up. You can keep the right knee bent, or if you're feeling good, you can make it straight. Hands stay close to your chest. Lower your left leg down. Arms up. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Bring the left heel down. And switch side. So your right toes faces the same way as the left. Lift the back heel up. And bend your left knee. Now this time you hook the other way. Lift arms up straight. Bring your palms to touch and lower them to the front of your chest. Lean forward, hop your right foot halfway in, and then shift the weight into your left foot. Keep the left knee bent as you lift the right foot up. You can stay here or stretch the left leg straight. But keep your shoulders elevated so you're not dropping. Keep them elevated. Gently step back. Arms up. And turn to the side. Prasarita. Last one, standing. Same thing, turn towards the right foot, back toes turn the same way. And then shift the weight forward and bring the hands down. Bend your right knee. And then keep the back foot active and take your right hand to the outer right hip. Lengthen your spine and then open the right arm up. Doesn't matter how far you go. This is just a nice, you'll feel your right glutes and it is a nice rinse for your spine. Both hands down. Step back. Come up and switch. Lift the back heel up. Come forward. Bend the left knee. Take the right foot up. Take your left hand to your left hip. Lengthen your spine. And then reach your left arm up. Both hands down. Gently step back. Come back up. Turn to the side. Bring your feet to touch. And release. Come back to the top of your mat. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, fold. Step back into down dog. Bring your knees down. And then come onto your belly. Now place your right forearm parallel to the front edge of your mat. Bend your back knee. And with your left hand, you hold the back foot and you pull it towards you. Now if you can turn the fingers the same direction as the toes and lift the elbows up. If not, this is just fine. Now see if you can square your chest a bit towards the front of the mat. And you can decide how deep you want to do that stretch. So it really depends on how much you want to use your left arm to push the left heel down. Gently release. Left forearm down, bend your right knee, hold the right foot. Either stay here or pull it closer. Gently release. Come back up onto hands and knees. And then we're going to do pigeon. So bring your right knee forward so that the knee is more to the right than the hip. If you want, you can take a blanket or a towel or anything underneath the right sitting bone to support you. If you don't need it, then fine, you can do without. Bring your arms forward and place your forearms flat on the floor so that they're parallel, palms are down. Now once you're here, see if you can square your hip slightly more. So the left outer hip comes more forward, right outer hip goes back. And then use your hand on the floor to pull the chest through. Then lightly walk over to the left. And then same story. You use your hands on the wooden floor to pull your chest through. Watch your breath. You don't need to change it. Just by bringing it, the gift of your attention, it will deepen by itself. Come back to center. Step back. Down dog. Bring your left knee forward. Pigeon other side. Walk your elbows down. And then don't bring your elbows too close so it's not a collapsing. We want to create space. Ultimately, we always come out spacious. Square the hips. And then by pulling on the floor, you're lengthening your spine. Walk your elbows over to the right. Keep your forearms parallel. Palms are flat. And then same story. You're using the floor, like the trustworthy nature of the floor, to pull yourself through. Come back to center. Hands down. Step back, down dog. And then bring your knees down. So we'll just do a light version of camel. So you can come onto your knees. You can tuck the toes under. And then as the belly still needs to grow together, and we cannot do big back bends at this stage after giving birth, you want to be really subtle and check in with yourself. So if you feel that it feels like too deep of a stretch, then you back off. But we're not going to go deep anyway. So lengthen your shoulders up and then back. And then just use your hands on your sacrum to lift your chest. Come back up and sit down. We're going to go one more time. So you can have the experience of an open chest. Come back up. Tuck your toes, hands on your sacrum, and lift your chest. And gently come back down. Cross your feet. And then we're going to lie down for Savasana. In Savasana, you can place your hands open and wide, or you can bring your palms to your rib cage. Whatever serves you best. And then let's everyone bring hands onto the rib cage. So we all know how when we touch someone, like a pat on the shoulder or a handshake or a hug, it's a sign of appreciation. So without feeling it, you don't have to think it, you don't have to feel anything. Just bring your hands on your rib cage as a sign of appreciation for everything you do. Of course, you can always stay here longer if you don't have the time. You can start to move your toes, move your fingers, maybe stretch yourself. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. With the help of your hands, come back up. Bring your palms to touch, and namaste.